2.
John Harbaugh going to be the next coach of the New York Giants.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
They wanted to get somebody with his type of experience.
This is just enormous for Giants fans.
Hit it! Hit it! Hit it!
Yeah, it's official, baby. 5 years, 100 mil. Congratulations to all the Giant fans, Big Blue Nation. This is huge across the board. Key free agents, some alterations, and who's the coaching staff? Let's talk about it, baby. So what did we get? We got the former Ravens head coach from 2008 to 2025, 18 years in the league. He's a Super Bowl champion, 6-time AFC North champion. He's the all-time winningest head coach in Ravens history with 193 wins, and he was a coach of the year in 2019. He's a Harbaugh, okay? John Harbaugh. Listen, football is in his blood, okay? He's a former defensive back, Miami of Ohio back in 1983. His father, Jack, is also a head coach. His brother, John Harbaugh, if you know, you know. Quote, "It's the New York Football Giants. I can't wait to get started. I know how great our fans are. I've seen them close up enough. We are going to build a team that's going to play a brand of football that you'll be proud of," Harbaugh said, according to The Athletic. Now, when it gets to a certain brand of football, let's take a look back. Listen, if you're a student of the game, Bill Walsh is the creator of the West Coast offense. Bill Walsh gave birth to pretty much all of the actual common offenses that you see today across the board. Mike Holmgren, if you go down his tree, you'll see Mike Sherman. You also see Andy Reid. You also see Steve Mariucci. Mooch was the head coach for the San Francisco 49ers. And John Harbaugh is from the Andy Reid tree from his days with him in Philadelphia. If you look at two legends from the same generation, check this clip.
At age, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Right.
What are you and I going to do?
What are you going to do? Yeah. That's exactly right. I think about it. That's what I think about. Do I want to keep doing this? And when it's bad, you're like, do I want to keep doing it? You're like, what else am I going to do? I love doing this.
Just have some fun. Be
All right,
yourself.
see
I
you.
like it, brother.
You too.
Yeah.
Ladies, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Shout out to Lola.
Then in the evening, around 5 o'clock, things shifted to a restaurant that is nearby. They went downstairs into a beautiful wine cellar, and that may be the place where they were able to seal the deal. Wine basement at Ilya's restaurant in East Rutherford, where the table was set to welcome a new era in Giants football. So Mr. Mara said here.
So Mr. Mara said here, Mr. Chris Mara said here, Coach said here, Joe Schoen, the general manager, said there, like the octopus, the zucchini and eggplant chips, some of the Greek salad, fried calamari and shrimp. But we did make a special fish dish for Coach last night.
Joe Schoen, to be very, very honest, man, you have taken a lot of scrutiny, especially for me as well. Ever since the whole Saquon debacle, some of the roster moves, and some of our draft classes that have completely been abysmal. If you look at this last year's draft class, some of the moves that Joe Schoen has made, you got to give Joe Schoen some respect here, especially closing the deal with John Harbaugh. Some things have changed, though, as John Harbaugh will be reporting to ownership with Joe Schoen, not just solely to the GM, which is a little bit different. That was part of the deal. Jackson Dart was a part of that meeting, just to be worthily noted. It's good to see that the meet and greet did happen. As far as the coaching staff is concerned, so Todd Monken, we know that he's been highly scrutinized between himself and Lamar Jackson. But one thing to mention about Todd, Baltimore Ravens offense throughout the entirety has been one of the best offenses in the league. Some questionable decision makings at certain points of the game, especially with this past year with the whole Derrick Henry situation, leaving him on the bench in the fourth quarter. But his offensive schemes ever since Georgia days has always been one of the better offenses to watch across the nation. Anthony Weaver, the former player / coach assistant for the Ravens back in 2021, his time with John Harbaugh, is already being viewed as the new DC as a possibility. So if you bring him on board with the talent that we already have, his most recent stint was the defensive coordinator with the Miami Dolphins. What does this also mean for free agency? Some notable names: D-Hop, Calvin Noy, Tyler Linderbaum, who I heavily wish that we also would go after, Patrick Ricard, David Ajobu, Chidobe Awuzie, Tyler Huntley, a great backup to have. I'm also curious to see how they evaluate our own talent. Who did they necessarily retain as opposed to who did they let go and let walk into free agency? That will also take a huge step into the development of the new roster. There is one free agent out there that I do aware of a possibility, but just because of their relationships and their back and back with their rivals, Trey Hendrickson will be a huge addition to this defense if that's a possibility. Still only 31 years old. I know he sat out the entire year because of injuries, but his talent and his motor could be a huge addition if you add him with Brian Burns on the opposite side. Welcome to New York City, coach.
1, 2,